You've got mail.
I do? Greetings, y'all. Welcome to another video. Guess what we got today? You already know because you saw a title, you clicked on a link. You already know what I'm doing today. It is opening mail day here at Steve's Music Collection. Look at all that mail. Can you tell me packages we're dealing with here? Does it look like it's 100? No, it's just 3. So let's dig into these packages and see what I got. From Emeryville, California. We've got the Darts and their album Snake Oil. This is a brand new copy I bought here. This is a great punk, kind of goth, kind of like garagey kind of rock band from the West Coast. They tour a lot in Europe and a little bit in the States, but a lot in Europe. But really cool band. I just discovered them last year in 2024 and picked up their most recent album at that time, which was called Boomerang, and I just loved it. I listened to it nonstop. It was one of my favorite records of 2024, which you can see in a video that I'll put a link to down below if you really, really want to. So I finally have gotten around to going out and picking up a couple more of their records, and so grabbed this. They're on Alternative Tentacles Records, which is Jello Biafra's record label. So I'm going to pop this open and show you the inside. How about that? My trusty scissors that I always keep in my back pocket came in handy to open this one up. But let's take a look inside. I don't imagine there's a whole lot. It's one of those kinds of digipacks. Just got all the info there. There's the CD. And yeah, I don't know any of these tunes. Like I said, I bought Boomerang in 2024, listened to it nonstop, really, really liked it. Knew they had a bunch of other albums and just was like, finally hit that point where I was like, I'm gonna buy some more of these, and just started picking them up. So I don't know any of these other songs. I don't think I know anything else by them other than the stuff on Boomerang. So all these will be interesting to check out, and I'm expecting great things from the Darts and Snake Oil. Next up from Kenosha, Wisconsin. Kenosha, Wisconsin. Look at this big old fat package. And I can almost guarantee you there's just one CD in here, but hey man, you know, hats off to the eBay seller who packed this sucker, huh? Let's bust this open. I'm definitely gonna need my handy scissors in my back pocket for this one. Damn, that was like opening one of those like Russian dolls where you like open the big one, there's a littler one in it, and a little one, and a little one, little one. Every package I opened, there was like another package inside it. But we've got here a little note. Thank you for your order. Please leave feedback and I'll do the same for you. Please enjoy. Dan at Milwaukee Market. Thank you, Dan. Sent me, guess what? Another album by the Darts. I told you, I said I was going to buy some more records by them, and here we go. We got this other release from the Darts. This one is called I Like You, But Not Like That. Womp womp. We've all been there, right? So this is another one from the Darts. I think this is Snake Oil was the one that came out before Boomerang that I picked up, and this one I think is earlier than that. They've got a couple of releases, earlier ones, and I think they're working on some new stuff for this year. This one, it says this little hype sticker on here suggests that you would like this if you like the Dead Weather, Death Valley Girls, Surfboard, and Vintage Pandoras. Vintage Pandoras, that's interesting. I can't disagree with those. So let me get this plastic shrink wrap off and show you what's inside. A little trickier than I thought it was going to be. So here we go. There's the track listing. Like I said, I don't know any of these songs because I don't know anything else by this band besides what was on Boomerang, like I mentioned. There's our inside with the CD. There's the band there. This band, I think, has like a lot of lineup changes over the course of their career, and nothing in the booklet, just the name of the band and some pictures. But that's weird. Well, there's a little bit of liner note information on the back there, listing the band names and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a fun adventure digging deeper into the Darts discography. And I'm really looking forward to it. There's one or two other records by them that I'd like to pick up, but they're not easy to come by and they're not cheap because a lot of their older stuff is out of print. A lot of it came out on labels overseas, so the only thing you find are like imports. So it's a little trickier. It's not super easy. Trying to find like physical media by them, like I think a lot of it's pretty easy to get if you just want like the digital tracks. But yeah, digging into some more Darts. And finally, coming to us all the way from Nottingham, UK, overseas. This one I bought on eBay and it took like 2 months to get to me. I was convinced it was lost in the mail and I was never going to see it, but finally showed up just today and was really happy that it did, because like I said, I was sure that I was never going to see it. So we've got Tilly and the Wall and their album. This sort of makes it look like it's self-titled, but I believe the actual name of the album is just O, like the letter O. And cool band, I think from like Nebraska or Omaha or something, and kind of alternative, kind of poppy kind of sounds to them. Their kind of gimmicky or unique thing about them was that they didn't have a drummer. They had these boards. They've split up since, but they'd have these boards on stage and they'd basically like just stomp on them for percussion. That was kind of like their little kind of interesting aspect. Really cool band. I have a bunch of their records, and I actually have this already, the different album cover here that I bought a bunch of years ago. And I bought a newer version because the first thing I ever heard by this band was a song called Beat Control, and it wasn't on any album. And then pretty recently I discovered that in Europe, this album had Beat Control added at the end. I'll show up and do a little comparison here. This is my original version. As you can see, the track listings, if my hand isn't covering it. So seems kind of silly just to pick a new version of this up just for one song, but I love that song, Beat Control. I didn't have it on the album, and I just kind of wanted to have it on physical media, to have it somewhere. But really cool album. Pot Kettle Black is a really, really good song off of this. Dust Me Off is really good. And like I said, this version has Beat Control on it. So that's great. And there's a little tissue paper inside, which is nice. Good addition to make sure that everything gets here safe and sound, especially if you're coming from overseas. And the booklet, I'll have to take a look, compare these booklets. But there we go. The inside folds out. There's all the little images. So you can see some more on this side. And you can see the one image is the cover of the version I had previously. So that's cool. But yeah, really cool. And you know, I mean, I do this on occasion. I'll upgrade a version of something I already have if there's a certain reason to. But yeah, glad to have this one. Cool to have this in here in my collection. So that's everything this time that we've received in the mail. Let me know if you're familiar with any of these. If you're familiar with the Darts, I know a lot of people probably aren't. They're kind of not a really, really well-known band. But yeah, let me know if you're familiar with them and if you're familiar with those albums and some of the tracks you might like on them. Thank you for tuning in as always, and shall see you another time.
Goodbye.